Well, holy smokies, guys, somebody called the plumber because today we got massive leaks about Call of Duty 2021, Battlefield as well. We also got CD Projekt Red in the news, and they're looking to work on multiple games simultaneously. We also have a free game to talk about, so definitely stick around for everything. Now, I gotta say this in the very beginning, I was able to cross-check that Battlefield leak with somebody very credible, and let me tell you, it is the real deal. What Tom is telling you is nothing but facts. Let's go for 10 likes on the video. Hide your kids, hide your wives. But coming in at number 10, we're hearing straight from IGN, and this is actually wild because we're hearing that CD Projekt is preparing to shift gears for future AAA projects working on games in both the Witcher and Cyberpunk franchises simultaneously beginning in 2022, to which, you know, Dr. Eni showed up, the homie Mark, the homie Mark showed up. This about to be bunch of crunch, and bro, like, it got 180 calories. They about to crunch hard. Homie Eni is already getting a kick of dopamine by saying cannot wait for the Witcher 4 to forget about Cyberpunk and how disappointing it was. Bro, no cap, they also dropped a 4K video. I'm not capping, they dropped a 4K video on their officials. In a nutshell, they're talking about they learned their lesson. They're gonna be going fully hard into this. They're gonna make simultaneously gonna work on multiple games at the same time, and they officially came out and they shared the roadmap update, to which a man from the streets was like, hey, usually our roadmap gives you dates or general times or when to expect these things. This is all the stuff that we already knew was coming. Bro, cut the cap. We actually had the roadmap update, and it's apparently coming out in 2021. We're gonna be having patches and updates for Cyberbug. We're gonna be having free DLCs, next gen update, and in terms of Witcher, we're also gonna be having the next gen update. And bro, she do be looking like a snack. Okay, I really hope that she looks as good as this picture right here when the next gen upgrade comes out, not like Judy from Cyberpunk. They also talk about further development Gwent. Maybe that's a DLC, I'm not sure. I'm ignorant, just like how you cannot spell IGN without saying ignorant. Ow. Smash the like button for the boomer jokes out here, but let me show you the streets real quick. You guys cannot even finish a single game. I love seeing Andrew out here because he's kind of dropping a little bit of positivity out here, and in my personal expertise, I would love to give them a chance. In fact, I'm gonna give them the chance. It doesn't mean that whenever they come out with their next game, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be hitting the spot anticipating for the next game. I'm gonna start fantasizing. I'm gonna go around, pick up sunflower seeds, watch rainbows in the skies, and let my non-existing dogs out and be like, yeah man, this game better be a buster. I'm not looking to get burnt out this time by CD Projekt Red, okay? This time I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic. This time I'm really effing pumped for Battlefield 6, and if that game is a snoozer, I mean, I would have to fall back on GTA 6, and we already know that game is never coming out, right? Sad times, ladies and gentlemen. But also in the news, the homie Elliot admitted the situation, and we're hearing the Anthem game director has departed BioWare after nearly 10 years. That's a GG right there. Clap it up, boys. This man escaped the Matrix. This man escaped the Matrix, and he pieced the F out. Good for him, man. Like, Anthem is definitely a hole out there. And we're also hearing that Hogwarts Legacy dev might be working on another AAA game. You're telling me they delayed Hogwarts Legacy so they can work on another game? I'm about to just get the F out. But for real, they probably got multiple teams working there. Some of them would be working on Hogwarts Legacy, and some of them would be actually just doing helicopters for their release. I mean, it is what it is. Speaking of the homie Tom Henderson, he came out with another article. He made another newsletter, this time about a disaster in the making. You know, perfect word choice out there. Here he's talking about Call of Duty 2021, and we're gonna go through everything like tick. We're not gonna read the whole thing, but the main thing here is that Sledgehammer Games started to work on Vanguard around August of 2019, giving them approximately just over 2 years of development time with Vanguard, some of which has been spent working from home. Get ready for 2 multiplayer maps at launch, but the news here isn't very poggers. We're probably only gonna get 2 multiplayer maps. Man, like 2 years, and you know, most of that time was spent working from home. Really, man, I don't know, because Black Ops was that game, Sledgehammer Games was working on it, Raven was working on it, then like Treyarch kind of got involved, and Treyarch is usually good, okay? They used to be really good, and they're still good, right? I mean, the Roni actually messed up, and knowing that there isn't a set time for Daddy Activision, they can get their schlongs involved at any time. Knowing the fact that there isn't like an exact time of them getting their schlongs involved, anything can happen. So the fact that they had 2 years and they've been working from home, bro, like this about to be a snoozer, all right? I really hope it's a good one. Like, I'm a Call of Duty fan, as much as I hate to say it. I am a Call of Duty fan. I want to see this game do good. He also talks about the fact that, first of all, I can confirm that we are 100% not getting a WW2 Warzone map in 2021. I mean, dad, all right? We're gonna be getting a Black Ops style map very soon, but we're likely gonna be getting some kind of a WW2 map around April 2022, so a year from now. And here he says that official development of such map hasn't started. Rumblings suggest that the map will not actually be a full-fledged Warzone map, but instead be similar to Rebirth Island with 40 to 60 players and developed by a different studio in collaboration with Sledgehammer Games. I guess we'll see what happens. Now, speaking of Battlefield 6, let your dogs out because the news is actually good. Hold up, don't let your dogs out because we also have some bad news. I gotta stress this, the near future leak for Battlefield 6 is 100% legit. I was able to cross-check the information with somebody very credible. If you have missed this leak, I made a dedicated video on the situation coming straight from Tom Henderson. He also added to his initial leak by saying that to clear the air on the reveal trailer part because it seems to have caused confusion. It's similar to the beginning of the Battlefield 5 trailer in how that trailer was captured. There is no first-person POV or anything like that with the reveal, and it seems like that the reveal is gonna be a CGI cutscene, but you know what? I'm actually excited. I just hope that it's good. He says that it's giving us an idea on the game setting, vehicles, weapons, etc., and will represent multiplayer, but it's not gameplay per se. There will be animations that will convey the story that has been added to the multiplayer. I hope that gives a bit more clarity. We'll also see my Levolution on steroids comments from February in the reveal trailer. Bro, you gotta chill right now, man. He also came out and says that the information given to me was interpreted as campaign information, but is actually the backstory of the game itself. He basically means to say multiplayer here, and this is actually sus, okay? So as of yet, a campaign is not confirmed. He initially thought that the backstory is gonna be for the campaign, and I guess rightfully so. Even if you receive the leak, even if I receive the leak from the insider, I would be like, yeah man, the backstory, that's campaign, right? So he assumed on that. I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong, but this makes me even more excited for multiplayer. It would appear that your specialist units hired by the US will go against another team of specialists hired by Russia. If you're kind of confused out there, man, you gotta check out the initial leak video. It's gonna make sense. That's how they will incorporate multiple superpowers and nations in multiplayer. The reveal trailer is also 100% multiplayer, but shot cinematically, no first person. So a little bit sad news. He also shared this by saying, for future references, this is not Warzone related, and I can tell you that this has a direct relation with Battlefield, alright? I cannot say much, but this has a direct relation with this game, but be a banger. And he also did claim that, you know, this game is gonna be Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 on steroids. I'm really happy to hear that, but the bad news out here is that there is no information about campaign, and usually whenever that happens, I mean, that doesn't really happen. It did happen for Black Ops 4, and when it did happen, obviously we figured out that it had no campaign. That's why we didn't have any leaks for Black Ops 4 campaign, and this time it's kind of going in the same route, but I would like to be optimistic and I would like to assume that it's gonna have a campaign. But if it doesn't have a campaign, don't take this as confirmation of no campaign, but if the campaign was not to be in the game, how would you feel about it? I'm 99% sure that we're gonna have the campaign, but it's just strange that we have no leaks about it. Also in the news, Ratchet & Clank 2016 will be playable in 60 FPS on PS5 after a new update in April, and this is part of the Play at Home campaign. You can download the game for free on the Sony Pony PlayStation Store, and it's gonna end on March 31st. Be fast, put it in your download list, but check out this video on the screen, hit the subscribe bell so I can interrupt you every time you're about to score on your crush. Subscribe.